Hello, welcome back to Wildermyth. I am here finally at the end of Chapter 3, Assaulting Greymountain, the last thing in the chapter. So I need to decide who's going to go. And we're definitely taking... It's probably going to be the same team, honestly, that I took last time. For basically the same reasons. They're a good, strong group. I could either have 3 hunters or 2 hunters and 2 mystics. That's really the issue, is like, do I take Dilly? Do I take Ro? Dilly and Ro actually work pretty well together, since Dilly has ember arrows and Ro makes fire. So then I leave Olive out, but Olive's quelling moss, as we've seen, is super powerful. So I think I'm going to stick with this lineup. I think they're really good. And yeah, okay. So when we arrive, we'll have a chance to make final preparations. When the fight is over, the game will end. So let's go. Some of them have been up in the mountain before. With a few false steps, they remember the turns. Meanwhile, in the woods, where they left Bracken tied, time trickles on, day blends with night, years with decades. Measurement is futile in the face of the infinite. But there are some memories that live in the mind, undulled by the ages that pass between. She was truly young then, the ungainly runt of an otherwise prosperous litter. More than any of them, she'd known the wind's bite, the despair of a starless night, and so, more than any of them, she'd loved the dawn and day. She was simple, complacent, ruled by no great ambition, only a dog's desire to please. They laid their plans without her, and she harbored no suspicion. When the day came for their queen to claim her tribute, Ah, yes, the attack on Queen Volta. Stop it! Why? Out of the way. It wasn't courage in that moment, it was devotion. A devotion that blotted out fear and thought, compelled her to defy her own blood. The price? She'd had no time to consider. Yeah, they were not happy about that. Fragile beast, wake up. Your heart beats again. You've proved yourself true, worthy of the greatest gift. Queen Volta? I was dead? Your foolish brethren thought so, but you were not beyond my call. I do not remember. This light, you know that I captured it long ago, a beak full of sun's flame torn from the sky, the prize of my daring, the source of my eternal life. And now the smallest piece of it resides in you. A piece of the sun? No lesser magic would mend you. Only as her eyes grew accustomed to the glare of that light did Bracken perceive the extent of what had come to pass. My queen, your face. I look like you, don't I? My beak, my feathers. The traitor's flame stripped me of my beauty, and as I bent my powers to saving you, I somehow slipped into this thing. A consequence of the bond we now share, perhaps. The Queen Volta? Do you really mean? My body wobbles as if formed of jelly. These arms will not allow me to fly, no matter how I flap them. But it will be a pittance of years. The sun shall restore me to what I was. And in the meantime, Bracken, I am called. Bracken? Were you named for the hair-hiding plant growth? Well, not exact... Queen Volta, why would you have... Because, loyal Bracken, I know you will never betray me. A piercing shriek jolts her from half asleep. Russell, snick. It's just as the saying goes, clever birds make quick work of knotted ropes. Oh, I have no idea. I just naively assumed they left the innkeeper to watch over her. Apparently not. Jeez, guys. Now come, lead me home. I like Bracken. I don't like Queen Volta, but I like Bracken. Well, it's blocked. The way we went before. It would have been here. Kind of figured. Oh well. Here's a good place to stop. Chance to get our gear in order, right? Yes. Exactly. Okay, so I'm a little low on hides still. But I knew that. Okay, so she's maxed out. She's not. That would cost me 4. That would cost me 5. That's a big improvement, though. So tempting. Olive, how are you? Okay, so I could do Olive. I could probably do... Well, it doesn't need it. Yeah, okay. So I can either get Kralura, let's see, this would be 4 hides. It's not a very big improvement. And I could get 4, so that's 10. Can I still get Olive? Probably not. Yeah, because that's 5. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and bump up Kralura quite a bit. I think this is worth it. That is a really nice bump. And then, you know, I've got... Yeah, Dilly's good. Kralura's now good. So Olive is low, and Whaley is low. But I can definitely do at least one of them. Is this cheaper? That's 3. And that's 4. That makes 7. Oh wait, this doesn't cost any hide. Oh yeah, we'll do that then. Oh, look at this. Getting everybody maxed out. Let's do it. Okay, and then now I can look at their main weapons. Okay, what am I out of here? Oh, friggin' hides. Okay, well, whatever. This would only cost 1 to craft, so I'm gonna do it. I really want Kralura to be beefy, because she's gonna be in the thick of everything. These friggin' hides. I tell you what. These guys are doing fine with their stuff. Although, again, this would only cost me 1 LP. So that's tempting. I don't remember how many I get from the final fight. So I don't want to spend too many. Huh. I could do this, though. Sure. Mythical wand. Nifty. So then the question is, do I upgrade any of these? Or do I just leave them with what they've got? This doesn't have as much damage as the others, but it costs 2. To only increase by 1? I think they'll be okay. I'm at 29. I think I get like 3. So I could spend 1 or 2. Maybe I'll spend 1. This increases a lot of stuff, which is pretty good. It can actually, I should try to increase the water bow for the same price. Because, oh, it doesn't increase stunt damage. The other one did. Dang. Well, nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead, because if I can get the water stunt to proc, that's really good. Okay. I think I'm gonna call that good. These guys have, like, books. Yeah. I guess Tim doesn't have anything for his offhand, but he's never gonna use the axe, if we're gonna be honest. I guess I could see about making him a shield. I can afford it, I guess. What's this? A javelin? He does not need a ranged option. The torch might be nice for Dilly. Okay, I'm gonna grab a torch for him, just so he can... We have one more way to light fires if we need it. Okay, that seems good to me. No hurry in their step, no urgency. I think we can assume they don't know we're coming. Tracing the mountain's perimeter, even the likeliest way is little guarded. They keep above the road and to its left, ducking behind boulders at sound or movement from below. The patrols they pass are easily skirted. Last mountain we ever climb? What do you think? Up Greymountain and around Raps the cart road. Until... Think those outfits would fit us? We'd definitely spook the Wern Mystic kids showing up looking like that. There's no telling what's beyond the gate. The legends are vague. And how much of what's in the legends is rooted in truth? Hmm? Oh. But it's time, I guess. Yeah, it's time. And in case any of us... It's alright. I know, love. We can't always control how it ends. Let's just try and make it through, if we can. I like the romances in this game. They're just so supportive. It's great. A brief tussle and they gain the entrance. Not far left to go. Okay, a whole bunch of these people. Flock flames, look at these! They're on fire! Love it. Confront the Vulture Queen. Okay, so let's take a look at the battlefield, what we know so far. Okay, so there's a room here. I suspect there will be enemies in it. There's a lot of little rooms. And then this is obviously going to take us to the Queen. So that's going to be the boss fight up there, I suspect. Okay, so the fast and easy way is to just go straight through here. I'm a little concerned that we're going to have a bunch of enemies come out of these rooms, but we'll manage that as we go. The thing about this game is there aren't treasure chests to loot, so you don't have to go places unless you're fighting the enemies there, which, you know, for better or worse, it does kind of simplify things sometimes. Okay, but first, Kralura, go take care of these guys a little bit. Alright, and Tim. Focusing fire, excellent. I don't really want to send Whaley to help though because they are kind of slow. There we go. So I'm like, I'd rather have them come interfuse with something out here. Torch is good, but I can't steal fire that far, so I'll grab the thing that's closest to the enemy. And then... yeah, discus. That'll do. Okay, let's have the dog come up here and kind of protect Whaley. Olive, you're fast and can reach from here, so let's shoot this guy from here. Oh, right, he Spectre stepped, so that was all the damage I was going to get on him. But Dilly has Ember arrows here. Ah, well. Oh, well. That was good. Anytime I get a counter on those guys, it's good because they can't Now he doesn't have a Spectre Step, so if I hit him once, then that will hit him. I don't have to hit him a second time just to deal any damage. Although, I would have preferred to deal some because I don't want to send Kralura across these traps. So, I think I'm going to have them come and deal with the fire bird. And then interfuse. Yes, rocks. Okay. Discus. I am a big fan. Discus. Okay, so I can't discus any of these guys because I'm too far away. But if I discus this, it can ricochet off. Conceivably. Okay, so it killed it. That's fine. It got something. So I'll take it. Let's see here. Question is, do I send a hunter back? I think I'm just going to leave Tim. No, because I want to kill this guy before he gets his Spectre shot back up. Okay, so Dilly, come here. Try to finish this guy. Perfect. Okay, hello everybody. So this is where I apparently accidentally muted the mic. So there is no audio from me for the next 25 minutes when I took a break for lunch, came back to the game, realized the mic was muted, it kept playing, and at the time I thought I had just done it while I was eating lunch, accidentally muted it, so I didn't think about it. Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of time where it's not. So I thought I would come back, do a little post-retrospective for this, and try to talk about what I was thinking, what I was doing. So, yeah, unsurprising here, I'm trying to just move everybody forward as much as possible because most of the enemies are up there. There's only like the one guy left in the back that Tim needed to deal with. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I was trying to send Olive up because there was a nice group up there and I wanted to be able to do the poison quelling moss AoE, but then they kind of separated here, so I was like, well, we'll see what I can do. Also, they kept doing that blade spark thing and I wasn't sure what it was, but I also didn't check because that's how I play. Yeah, so they use, I think, their infusion thing there. One of the things I was trying to do, but not always successfully, was stay away from the objects they were infusing. And this one, in fact, blinded several of my characters. And blinding kind of sucks. As I eventually actually did check to see what it did. I forget if that's now, later, or earlier. I think it's here, maybe. I'm not sure. In any case, there's at least a lot of fire around for Dilly. And there, it was like, well, I got the hit, but it was the Spectre step, so that guy was... Now he's vulnerable. Somebody else is gonna have to hit him. And I think I did that maybe with somebody who was blinded, because I knew they were gonna miss anyways, possibly. There's my quelling moss. Found a way to get more than one guy, and they both friggin' dodged. What jerks. Yeah, one of the big issues that I had in this fight is I brought Kralura ready to do lots of melee, and then all of these enemies were guarding and had anti-melee stuff happening. So it's like, well, where do I take Kralura instead? How do I still make good use of her? That was an issue. Whaley, on the other hand, can still just move towards people. But I think I ended up, yeah, deciding to fire leash because I couldn't get close enough because of the guarding to use Whaley's indignance. I think the issue there was somebody was far away. It is a little bit hard to remember at this point. I just played it a few hours ago, but Oh well. Yeah, she got a good hit in there. Oh, and that was great because it did the stunt. So it hit the fire and it hit multiple targets. Very good hit from Karura. Happy to see it. Yeah, what the blade dance actually does, and I realized later, is it means when they get hits, it makes the fire pool, and when they die, they leave one of those fire birds. Alright, so I still have to deal with the fact that Tim is blinded. And so it was just gonna miss no matter what. Oh, maybe wasn't Tim. See, this is actually something, again, that I complain about. This gate in the way makes it really hard for me to see my characters, so I'm trying to look at this, and I'm like, I can't tell who's highlighted. Wood puppy. Okay. I haven't listened back to the rest of my audio. If it doesn't make it into the other part, and it might, but just in case, I am taking suggestions for names for the wood dog. So if you have any good ideas, leave them in the comments. Or that interfuse of blinding. Yeah, deciding what to do with Karura. It's like, alright, well, I'll just switch you to the bow. I end up running with her on the bow quite a bit. Yeah, the great thing about Whaley is they can walk right next to those flame birds and just instantly kill them. It's so useful. And here, I think I pushed them forward to just, it used all of their actions to walk this far, so they don't get to infuse or attack. But, I just wanted to keep everybody moving, and Whaley is one of the characters that has a shorter range. Like, the non-hunters tend to not go as far, so I wanted to push them forward when I could. Good hit by Dilly. Love the Ember arrows. Yeah, that Lover's Vengeance is really good, and I need to remember, like, to notice when it's active, because I think it's that guy had hit Kralura, and so Tim was getting a bonus damage in retaliation. And if I could have hit with him first and then actually saved a hit from Dilly, but that's okay. Everybody's down. Time to go open the door and just try to get everybody as far up as possible, but not that far. That's danger. He'd have to go through the fire, so not worth it. In fact, the only character who can make it... Oh, and I was kind of looking, it's like, well, there's no reason to deal with any of those other rooms because there's nobody there. So, yeah. The wood dog could make it all the way up to the door. Because I couldn't remember if the wood dog could open the door. The wood dog cannot open the door. I think this is when I was gonna try. I was like, oh, nope. Doesn't work. Okay, the Mountain Shaper. This guy has a really intense description and looks really friggin' cool. More firebirds. Those are flock flames, whatever they're called. These guys are going to be a common theme. A little bit. So kind of more of the same enemies. A lot more enemies. But also with that mountain shaper. I love it when the water stuff happens. Because it's so good. Look, like he was able to bring down that guy in 2 halves. It's so good. So now we see our mountain shaper. And I was like, wait, if I infuse the thing nearest the guy, then I can actually hit him. It was a really good infusion. It was a good fire leash. Sending the dog up to wall. And Krulura, who just can't get very far. I forget why I changed my mind there. Oh yeah, so I look at his thing, and he's got this melting glare. Every turn prepares giant beacon of light that damages and blinds enemies, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. That sounds terrible. And knocks all adjacent foes back one and deals damage to them. So again, this is like anti-melee, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with Krulura? Melee is her thing. So I started trying to split them up a little bit so they weren't all in the same place, because I wasn't sure how that AoE was going to work. These guys were too far away for quelling moss, but not for an arrow. And again, just to help separate them. And I thought about an ambush, but then that enemy has range, so I was like, there's no reason for him to come here. And this is where I start to realize the amazingness of the upgraded Ember arrows, where you can teleport. It gives you so much free mobility. Yeah, I don't like those traps. Very annoying. But she had the counterattack with the Ember arrows. It's pretty great. Yeah, so I wasn't sure how its AoE was going to work. I was like, does it immediately blast? But it doesn't. And in retrospect, it's like, yeah, it says prepares. So they show you where it's going to hit, and you have a chance to avoid it. It's actually really nice because, like, I'm not gonna get hit because I can avoid it. Although I suppose if I were pinned in place or something, that would be more difficult. But it really influences the movements you make in a very interesting way. Yeah, just keep moving people out of the way, revealing more dudes off to the side, and shooting at the dude when I can. And I was like, do I want to take Krulura, or not Krulura, Whaley that far up? And I'm like, maybe somewhat far, but maybe not that far. Killed a lot of those birds though, just by walking by. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, the problem with these banners is that their main ability is the constricting, which hobbles, and this guy is unhobbleable. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that then. I might as well interfuse this lamp and light it so that in the future I can fire leash. Okay, so here goes Wood Dog. Just to, I don't know, poke. Arrgh. And I have to figure out a good place for Olive. But it was too far away to do Quelling Moss. So I moved forward so that it would be in range. And of course it blocked it, but you know, whatever. I think I poisoned a guy behind it. Got the stunt. And here the issue is, I didn't want to cross those traps. I was going to take damage. And I'm like, I don't want to take damage if I can avoid damage. I was like, I think I can bring her around the long way. And so here is where I really got a lot of use, as you'll see, out of her ability. Because it lets you, like here, let's see if I do it. Yeah, teleport that far, then move, and it lets you get a lot further. And you can do it every turn. I get confused a little later when it's not available. I realize you have to have some spots within 4 tiles, so it only gives you 4. But still, 4 tiles is non-trivial when you're trying to cover a lot of distance. And when there's a lot of fire on the map, there's a lot of places to teleport to. Ugh, poor Wood Dog. You were so valiant. Yeah, so my original plan to kind of position them split up a little bit didn't quite work there because I didn't realize, oh duh, it can move and hit me on the diagonal instead of just going down the center lane again. But again, it's not a huge deal. I can still just move out of the way. But I do need to move out of the way. Oh yeah, and then the firebirds take frickin' fire damage. I had to laugh. It just seems so funny. Yeah, so again, my preference is to have Krulera on melee, but she has a bow, backup bow for a reason. And this turned out to be a good map for it, like... Oh, but I think I put her on the melee to kill the... whatever was there, and then it nicely ricocheted back. Which was good. Sent Waylay this way to deal some damage to that guy, which finished it off. And then trying to figure out where to put, gosh, who is that? I can't even tell, they're just green. Is that Olive? I think it's Olive, yeah. Oh, and I was trying to see if I could poison both of these guys. And I don't think I could, so I opted for the big one. And it hit that time, which is nice. So again, teleport. Then I still have all this green movement and all that yellow movement. It was real nice. Move Tim over to wall with Olive. And then shoot this guy here. Didn't work because he was blinded. So I kind of knew that would happen. Poison. Poison. And setting more fires, setting more traps. The nice thing, though, about leaving Krulura on melee when possible is that she has her shield. And that's just nice. Yeah, I think just trying to decide where to send Whaley. It turns out that spot was good and was going to damage this guy. And I could still interfuse. What better thing to interfuse with than a fire? I think I also thought it would be nice to kind of get it out of Krulura's way, just in case. But it did so much damage. It was such a good hit by Whaley. Very pleased. Yeah, and I realized with Krulura I could melee first and then move because of the battle dance, which was really convenient there. Again, a good stunt. Take this guy down, which is real nice. Yeah, it's like, the thing is, it's like, do you do poison or do you do just a shot? And I think it just depends. Like, stacking up all the poison is really good. But if I hit a shot for 12, that's like 4 applications of poison. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of balancing there. Alright, so I'm able to... I don't think... Yeah, here I was not able to teleport, and I was confused. I was like, why can't I teleport to that? What I wasn't thinking of is it wasn't within the 4 tiles. So that's why. So in that case, it wouldn't have mattered. Oh, but I was able to do it here, now that it was within 4, and just get that little extra bit, and then move forward. Oh no, I silk-stepped. Just to make sure. I think that I wasn't gonna get attacked by one of these guys. Got poison damage though, and that did it, which is pretty great. And then my favorite thing is I'm pretty sure I had the blade spark. Did it leave a bird behind? I'm pretty sure it left one of those birds behind. It's just so funny to me when you take the huge, like, mountain troll kind of thing, and then it turns into a tiny little bird on fire. Amazing. So here we are at Lure Queen. Clambering out of dark places with all the masked and hollow-eyed faithful, flocked round with fiery familiars. There's no sign of their master. Sorry, I wasn't sure how long I'd have to read. I'm reading fast. Volta, you're here, aren't you? Fancy banners, cute throne. Did you leave all this to your nooks and mooks and bitterlings? Her words hung briefly in the air, then fade. The cavern echoes with boot scrapes and something. We should have maybe just brought her. That Thule woman. Bracken, you mean? I like the tree thing. Yeah, Whaley would. In the smoke, in the rock musk, all seemingly immovable and dark, save for the flare and shadow of their closing foes, etc. Hopefully you guys can read this too. The wall splits. Only one thing moves in the heat, tall and terrible. Even noise is burned away. Vulture eyes sweep the chamber and settle on Krillura. Is this all? 5 chattering magpies flaunting their plumes, the name of my servants sour in their beaks. You've surely come a long way, faced my armies, faced my kindlings, faced horror and death. Ranks of assailants gather again, as if summoned from smoke and stone. But you have not faced me. The last battle begins, then. And so it does after a break, and then we'll have my original audio. Okay, well, it's time to face her. She's the only big enemy. I've got a bunch of those flame bird things. An ally's attack spawns fire. Ally spawns a flock flame on death. That's what Blade Spark does. Okay, that makes sense. Every turn prepares to release giant beams of light in the direction of every nearby enemy. So this is like the mountain guy, but in many directions. Those are some big things. Immune to knockback. Is always guarding. Great. That's gonna be tough for Krillura. Man, I have her all spec'd out to do really good melee, and I'm just gonna have to leave her on a bow, I think. Okay, but let's take a look at Dilly, because Dilly's up first here and has Ember arrows. So I kind of want to just shoot. Yeah, I don't really have a reason not to, and I can shoot again. Let's do it. That was a good turn, Dilly. Big fan. Okay, I'll send Krillura here. Okay, so there are more dudes. That is good to know. Nonetheless, I'm going to switch to the bow. Try to get in some more damage. Volta can't affect me if I shoot enough stuff. Okay, let's see. Come over here. Yeah, these flock flames are just left over from before. But obviously they can still be an issue. Alright, I'll just have Whaley move up here. If I actually have everybody relatively in a line, then when she preps that shot, it means that it'll be in one place. And I think that'll be easier to dodge in the future. Okay, let's see. Nobody's near me. There might be a flock flame near me. I'm gonna go ahead and proc. I just need to... I don't want her to die. Okay, shoot. I guess I can shoot it. Nonetheless. I think it's 3 attacks, not 3 turns. Ha. Okay, and that's somebody for Krillura to melee. And I'll let my hunters maybe spend more time on the boss. Okay, doing Blade Spark. Ooh. Wings of Flame. Yeah, see? Okay, so it wasn't 2 directions because this counted as a sideways. I guess because she moved. If I firing position here, that doesn't hurt me. God, I love it. Okay, I had never taken that ability before because I was like, how much does that help? It's actually really helpful for just maneuverability, which is pretty great. Oh, and you get to shoot again. Okay. Right, Dilly? Yeah, that's still you. I'll shoot it. Oh, no, not that. Shoot the Volta. Oh! That was it? This is second phase. Staggered, Volta's great frame folds in. But the stone door glides open, and fast she whirls away. Light heat seeps between feathers, fills the fissures in her flesh. The five of them share a glance, and follow. That altar! Let's bust it up. Okay. That makes some sense. Destroy the Sunclutch altar and kill the queen. Okay, but in the meantime, Curlura, let's swap weapons and wreck this guy's existence. Yeah, like that. Should put a flock flame, which is not great, but Whaley can deal with it. Like so. And then interfuse. Yeah, let's grab the rocks. Because Discus is amazing. Oh, but then it didn't ricochet. That's fine, that's fine. Olive can come support here. With some quelling moss. Maybe? Yes. I'll put Tim in front. I mean, although she does have her Foxflight thing, but again, I think it just, yeah, sticks until, I think I'm always hesitant to use it because I'm afraid it's going to be like, actually I'll go ahead and use it for him too, that many turns, but it's not, it's that many attacks, so it just sticks around. Ah, amazing. He's gotten a lot of stuns. Very happy. That's right, it came up to Whaley. Not the best idea anybody's ever had. Oh, stop that though. So many. Okay, well Whaley, you're gonna walk past there. And actually just go all this way. And that should kill at least the one. Dilly. Firing position. And then let's move over to here. I don't know how far back the altar is. I assume it's in here. You know what, let's just Silk Step. There we go. I'm like, I mean, I see her. I am just not sure where the altar is. I assumed it was back here where she was because of the story. But I don't actually see it there. And they're like, let's bust it up. I'm like, okay, where is it? Maybe if I get deeper in the room, it'll be more obvious. Let's see. Come on, mouse. Okay. Maybe I'll just send Tim here and then shoot this. I don't want it to attack me. We'll send Olive here. Maybe even move her up. Move her up here to the other side. Gross. Nah. All of these birds. So many of them. Okay, let's see. So first of all, Dilly. Is there any ember stuff? I don't think there is here. But I might as well just come around. Although that extra damage helps. So actually here, how far away is Tim? Yeah, the thing is, if I do have Tim set afire, though, he's gonna use his turn, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh, Dilly's a little, oops, low on hit points. So I don't want her to be too close. Let's be somewhere she can kind of maneuver out of if she needs to. There is the altar, okay. And so good, let's do it again. Okay, Krulura. Maybe I'll move Krulura to do the altar. And, you know, and again, I'm gonna come this way. I want to keep all of these things on one side. Tim, you can come here and shoot. So that's what we're going to do. Nice. I might be able to bring Volta down before I get to the altar. Which actually... because I have a choice with Whaley. One choice I was thinking of was moving here and just, like, killing some of those birds just by being there. But I think I'm gonna move here. And interfuse rock. Nice. Good damage. Okay. Now I can either Quelling Moss or shoot, and at this point... wait, what? Oh, did she go down? Why does she have so many... oh, she's drawing power from the fucking altar. Okay. We're just gonna put some poison on her. And then the next turn we're going to... yeah, so she's invulnerable right there. So I have to kill the altar. No joke. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna get interesting. Yeah, die in the fire. There you go. It's funny to me that these things are damaged by fire. I feel like that's... it doesn't make any lore sense. Oh, why are you so slow, Krulura? Why are you so slow? Alright, shoot it. I need you to shoot. Can I? Or is it attack scenery? Okay. Swap back. Let's, oh my god, my mouse keeps dying. Let's do heroism. And attack the scenery. There we go. That's gonna help, and then we'll just brace. Okay. This time, Tim, so he can go here and not be affected by her thing. Shoot her again. Okay, no stunt that time. Whaley. Oh, you're in a tougher spot. This should get you clear and do some damage. And let's discus again. The rock was big enough not to be destroyed the first time, which is nice. Yeah. Okay, let's add more poison. Oh shoot, that's not the end of her turn, right? Okay, good. And then we'll move. I do not want Olive to get hit. I mean, even though I could have left Olive because, them for... Cancel. Never mind. Let's just move this way. Shoot. Her. I'm really curious what's going to happen when Bracken arrives. It's actually a really cool ability. This is a cool boss. I like these. Because I have a chance to dodge it, it's amazing. Because it does force you into weird positioning sometimes. Okay, all these birds. Stop it. Well, that's one fox flight. Uses up all my fox flight. A frickin' bird. But I really have not been paying any attention to them. Because I almost have her down. So I assume if I kill her, that's going to be the end. Okay. Oh, so many fire. Okay. Okay, so if Curlura's here, I think that's too far away for melee, unfortunately. So I am gonna have to swap back. I mean, it is nice that she has the ranged option. It's just like, come on. I want to do the thing I'm good at. Let's see, Tim can't move anywhere? Why can't Tim go anywhere? See, because he's surrounded, so he can't get through these guys? That sucks. Okay, wait. Silk Step. It's his whole turn, but he won't die. Okay, now Whaley. Go hit her just a little. It's just a little. Fuse with some fire here. Fire leash. I could have conceivably fire leashed fire through that line of birds, but I think this will do. Woohoo! Oh my god, Whaley! Like 1 point away. 1 point away. A shriek shreds the sudden dark. Skrrg! In the majesty of the vulture queen shrinks, blurs, leaving a small and twisted woman in the shadow of that once great shape. The captured sun has gone black as a doused coal. Her body lies broken, but breath still whispers on her lips. This cycle's getting pretty painful, isn't it? Don't come closer, flick hopping little fleas, gnawing under my wings. You cannot hope to end me. I will go on, eternally. I honestly hope she'd be more queenly? Well, I'm sick of looking at her lousy face. I say we bury her, bring her monuments all down around her head. If she survives that, well, it'll still take a century or two for her to squirm her way out. Humans, fruit-guzzling doggins, lanky-limbed pinstrels, wrecking what they want when it can't be had. Queen Volta! Bracken is late, barreling down the corpse-strewn corridors, panic mounting, to arrive at this unimaginable scene, the unhappy end of her journey. Stand back, all of you! They mean to entrap me, entomb me. You must... Put the knife down, Bracken. Can't possibly believe a fight would go your way. They destroy it. That fire, that... But see, Bracken, see, I do not die. While an ember survives, I linger. And... Volta's voice trails off, but in this chamber, sometimes, words grow stronger and echo. This light, did you know that I captured it long ago? A beak full of sun's flame, torn from the sky, the prize of my daring, the source of my eternal life. And now the smallest piece of it resides in you. Yeah, I remembered, game. I remembered. All is in ruins, the great flame quenched. What was and what is, both are vivid in Bracken's mind, but divided by an immeasurable chasm, one she cannot bridge. And then comes clarity. I'm very concerned about what Bracken's going to do here. My queen, it was my doing. This form you took, this prison you inhabit, my humanity. It was like a curse on you. Her fingers tighten around the dagger's hilt. Bracken, I said. But the dagger isn't meant for them. It's not meant for her master. Quickly, decidedly, she twists it around. The blade is sharp. It passes cloth and flesh. It pierces its mark. Bracken! Yeah, that's what I was worried about. What was a heart wrapped in crystal flame cracks, shatters, it flares and flickers, then goes out. See, I wondered, I was like, is this going to release the fire for her, or is it just going to kill Volta? I mean, it certainly killed Bracken, which sucks. I like Bracken. They feel it, cold, an ancient magic unravels, ribbons that dissolve into shivering mist. The strange air settles on Kruller's tongue with a sour, prickly taste, like an unripe plum. And for a moment, reality is a raft on black waters. She forgets her friends, their desperate struggle, and is carried away. To a new-formed land, a lonely land, bleak and empty, she feels nothing but a great longing, a mouth-souring desire without object. A hunger, not for meat or marrow, but for kin, notice, admiration in its exchange, things to fill a heart. The vision blanks and she's back in the belly of a mountain, but rather than a robed queen... Oh, look! Close your eyes, you alright? When did the... This is all that's left. Did we kill it? It skips away up broken steps. Turns a wild gaze upon the wreckage. Hey bird, you see all this? This is your mess. Skreek cocks its head. Doesn't remember. You don't know that. The vulture stretches its wings, feeling its way through every feather. Then it up it springs and away. Kruller takes half a step forward, knocks an arrow to her bowstring, but she never lets it fly. And the bird is gone. They stand in the dark, speechless, and then they file out, the path they fought down, now eerie and silent. Strange, did anyone see something? Feel something? I mean, it was maybe a memory? What, just now? No, I don't know. Sorry, nothing, I guess. Just thought I was somewhere else for a second. It's been a hard day. How high is this? Dare someone to jump off? Yeah, someone dying would be hilarious. You go first. Golden rivers vein the valleys, a glimmer in thin, bright light. The land is still, the wind is toothless. I think of Athens still, and all of us, tangled in an old story, too old and too big, almost untellable. They'll tell it, and others will tell it after them. Our most loved legends live long as the sun. The shape of this tale will change, remolded by time and gilded in the mouths of poets, but it will always be an heirloom here. Stories are graves for the world that was, memorials marking the wake of great deeds. Over the years that come, folks will develop a saying, life has no queen, the wild no master. The sun is free, and all things beneath it are free. The end. Oh, this was delightful. Yeah, I really liked this one. There was a lot of interesting stuff with, like, kind of the morality of it. You know, who was right and who was wrong was kind of clear-cut in the present, but not as much in the past. And, I really liked Bracken and her role in everything. She wasn't your stereotypical bad guy like kind of Athen was. I really like the interplay with the Morthagi and the Drauven. I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, a really cool campaign. Very fun. Alright, so we won. That's 3 towns, 23 safe tiles, 114 final years of peace. Sure. Sure. Now is when we get kind of the coda. where we find out what happened to our characters. Ellen showed up one day as the new goddess of pickled brine. I know what you want to ask. Don't. How did... Don't ask. Okay. Whaley lost sleep, spending whole weeks watching a secluded hovel. They wondered always whether a disturbing secret might spill out, but wariness works both ways. Too slow at reading these aloud. Is that just a retrospective Brecken, or is Brecken alive? I think these are like memories. Tim remembers when Krulura lovingly made him a treat before battle. It soon became a treasured family recipe. Ro returned many times to Illiman's plains to visit her mother and tell her all about her many adventures. Whaley remembers when Krulura dared them to eat a random mushroom. Maybe they should have said no. Yanaru developed a passion for restoring ruined sites. It may not have quite matched their former glory, but he hoped the former inhabitants wouldn't be too embarrassed. Tim gathered as many of the company's stories as he could, and enlisted Whaley to illustrate them. The artist is going to sell this thing. No pressure, though. Is Whaley a good artist? I don't know. Looks kind of dinky, right? It was all I had. The Dravo were singing swords and stuff, but guess who won? I love it. Olive would always find excuses to visit Tofgrun's smelter. Her pen wouldn't sit flat, her fire poker wasn't pokey enough, whatever the reason. It had nothing to do with the strikingly beautiful smith who sometimes brought her work there. Olive built a lodge that attracted like-minded hunting enthusiasts. Days were spent tracking the woods, nights were spent exaggerating what they attract in the woods. One day, Ro awoke with the whiteness in her step. I understand now. It all makes sense. She vanished for 10 years and returned somehow unaged and full of sorrow. Krulura and Tim could never fully abandon their adventuring life. When the danger had dimmed, there were memories yet to be made. Is it alright if I pop some corn? Will you sing me something? Cave song. Any one you like. Hey, it's Dilly. And Krulura. And Bracken gets a picture, and so does Volta. That's kind of amazing. I like it. Okay, so now I get to add the new people to my legacy, which, sure, I like them all, that's fine. The real fun part is when I get to upgrade people, and I am 100% going to promote Whaley because I really want to get Whaley's puppy. So let's promote. It means Whaley will also come in with the wolf leg, and I'm fine with that. Oh, I ended the campaign with 28, so it didn't give me new ones, but I think I was at 29. I don't think I was going to hit 30. Every 10 that you get gives you an extra promotion. Krulura. Man. Oh, I forgot I could click to inspect. I forgot to do that with, Whaley. I am gonna do this. She was kick-ass. So I'm gonna promote Krulura. Now the question is, who else do I promote? So, and actually, if I come here to Whaley, I can inspect now. Yeah, there's Wood Dog. Wood Dog! And I've got the wolf foot and the wolf arm now. And a wolf tail and my critter. Which gives me better melee accuracy, sure. Okay. I think I can't promote Yanaru because I don't think he learned enough stuff. Yeah, you have to have different abilities to promote further. And I think you can only promote somebody once per campaign anyways. I'm kind of thinking I might grab Tim. I like Tim a lot. The fox flight, the archery is pretty good. This is my, looks like this is my third and remaining one. Olive, though, this amazing foxflight and the quelling moss, I may have to do Olive. She ended up being really kick-ass. And I feel like the stuff that Tim has is pretty, that's fine, is good, it's fine, I can get it again, or something else. I'm gonna go with Olive. Let's promote her. Okay, and then I think I got the one water thing, and that was it. And that was the whole campaign. So that was a delight, and I will probably play some more of this for my channel, we'll see. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Alright, catch you next time. Bye.